Welcome to Universal's Helios Grand Hotel. I can't wait to tour you around, so that if you decide to stay here because you want to be just steps away from Epic Universe, you know exactly where to find everything. So let's go tour around. Universal Helios Grand Hotel is their newest resort, and it is just steps away from Epic Universe. It is actually opening weekend, and I'm so excited to be here and show you what it's like to stay here and all the beautiful restaurants that they have to offer, but especially the spectacular views you have of Epic Universe. We're going to start here actually where you come in. You're going to do valet, drop off your luggage, but then they also have a carport over here. So you can park your car here, and there's a nice, easy, short walk path right here where valet can help you take your baggage or whatever you need to do. But let's head inside and take a look at the lobby. When you enter, you are greeted by the most amazing view, but to your right is where you're going to check in. So this is where you're going to get your room key, have any questions you have about that process, and then you're going to pick up your park tickets over here to the left. So completely different services, and you also have bell services next to them. Let's go check out this incredible view we've got. There is access to outside, but if there's not access to the park from this location. We'll get to that later, but let's start off with this amazing view. You're greeted with the statue of Helios, god of the sun, and all across the way is Luna, the god of the moon. This park is absolutely stunning. The details everywhere. You could really just spend all your time taking in the details and not riding anything. But of course the rides here are epic. They named this park appropriate. But it's just fun to be out here as well, just to soak it in, listen to the music. And this is what it looks like from the outside. I am lucky enough to be staying on the 7th floor, and I have a spectacular view which I'll also share with you. This is just a stunning park. The water features are just, it makes the park. They go from the Helios Hotel all the way to the Kronos, which is at the front of the park, and this park would not be the same without these water features. The show that they have throughout the day and at night is synchronized from the front to the back, and it is absolutely amazing. Before I take you inside, I just wanted to show this bridge right here that is in front of me. Anybody can access this bridge. It gets you a little bit closer to the hotel and the statue. And then you can see this bridge here. This is where it's taking you to the hotel. So this is how you're gonna get in and out of the park. If you were staying at that Helios Hotel and you have a valid ticket for the day. Now, if you are not a Helios resort guest, you can still come into the hotel. You'll have to let them know that you want to visit, you have a dining reservation, or you would like to experience the bar, etc. So there is a security checkpoint in and out of the hotel, but anyone can access it. And I highly recommend you do, even if you are not staying here, because it is really a beautiful place to experience. While I can stay in this spot all day, let's head back inside and finish our tour. All right, as we head in, on the right, we're vacation planning, tickets, and the other things you need to get into the park are to the left. You also have Flora Taverna. This is their sit-down restaurant. It is amazing. They also have breakfast. I'll show you that as well, where it's buffet style, but you can also do a la carte. If you don't have a reservation, you can always check in here at the desk. And then they do have bar seating as well. They have a lunch and dinner service. It's really beautiful, fresh foods that they source locally. Most things are made in-house. This is an absolutely beautiful space and a great place to take a break from the parks and just relax. So on the Universal app, it's described as breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a view. So serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Flora Taverna offers a full breakfast buffet and Mediterranean comfort foods, featuring an open kitchen, live cooking, pizza oven, open grills, and Euro station. The light and airy atmosphere is the perfect complement to any meal. Whether dining indoors or al fresco, guests have an amazing view of Universal Epic Universe. It is a little bit pricier because of the quality of the food, but also more of a sit-down feel. It's not your quick service. They do have a market here, and you can have a little bit of room service as well. But if you want, you know, lots of food options in the park. So if you want to do quick service and you have park access, definitely hit that. But if you want a more relaxed, kind of finer meal, definitely check this out. You can also head up to Grand Helios later in the evening because they have light bites and drinks there. So a couple of options here, but you are just steps away from some of the best park food I've ever had. So this is all open air seating. And it's really not too bad. It's a pretty hot day today, but the sun's not beating in here. So it's not horrible. I actually had lunch right here. So let me share that experience with you. Amazing view, fantastic food, highly recommend. So most things are made in-house. The pasta is not made in-house, but all of the sauces, and they get a lot of the ingredients fresh locally. I'm having a really hard time deciding because the pasta does sound amazing, but the American Wagyu beef burger sounds incredible. It's a beef patty, candied bacon, aged cheddar, herb aioli, arugula, and an artisanal brioche bun. So I think I might be getting that, and I'm possibly trying a dessert as well. So they've got baklava, olive oil cake, pistachio and raspberry cheesecake, and then gelato and sorbet. So this menu definitely makes it hard to decide, and the waiter did say that they can add and remove anything that's on here. So if you like something but maybe don't like the protein, you can swap it out. So very flexible Mediterranean style menu, and I'm excited to try this. When I checked in, they asked if I wanted to sit indoor or outdoor. I said, surprise me. So they sat me outdoors, and right now it's later in the day, and so it's not as oppressive heat-wise. So if it's the middle of summer, you may want to eat inside. But I have a fantastic view of the fountain. The show is going on right now, and then watching Stardust Racers go across the sky. It is really, really cool. I'm excited because they don't have a mocktail menu, but my waiter said he would ask the bartender to surprise me and make something fun. So I'll share that with you in just a little bit. So when he brought it out, I said, so what's in it? And he goes, actually, the bartender never reveals his secrets. So yeah, we're gonna give it a go. It looks beautiful. It looks like the sunset. It looks really refreshing. Yeah, that's really good. Maybe a little bit of grapefruit or mango. I don't know, it's like a good mixture. But yeah, you can see just all the colors here. Yeah, this is really refreshing. Alright, so here's a cross section of it. It looks so juicy and amazing. Let's see the aioli in there. They also brought me these really cute little bottles of mayo and ketchup if I want to use those, but let's give this a try. We even had a cheese bowl. The burger is so juicy, and then the candied bacon adds this really unique, like, sweetness to it. The aioli is not too strong at all. I think it's fantastic. So you could add some more to either mayo or ketchup to it, but I'm actually enjoying it just like it is. So this is the olive oil cake. It's a mascarpone cream, lemon sorbet, a basil coulis. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's a basil oil, vibrant green, and citrus salad. So I just had my first bite. it's almost like it's deconstructed. It's, you know, all kind of separated. If I grab just a little bit of each, probably one of my favorite things is this lemon sorbet. It is so smooth and tart and fresh. And then with the cake, the outside has a little bit of crispiness to it. So I like all those textural elements together. This is really good. So just keep in mind, this particular restaurant is more of like a fine dining, so it is a bit pricey. But everything I had tonight was really, really good. You could tell it was high quality foods and ingredients, and so there's something special. You know, it's not like your quick service that you're going to eat at when you know, every night when you go to a little park. But yeah, I definitely recommend this place. I hope you enjoyed seeing my lunch experience, and maybe makes you want to try it as well. I can't wait to experience it again because there were so many things on the menu that I wanted to try, but what I had was delicious. So, all right, let's keep going with our tour. We're heading back to the lobby area. Again, not a huge grand lobby area, but honestly, the views are what you're here for, and I think that is the showstopper of it, but it's just really so beautiful in here. But we're gonna cross to the other side, where we have the Aurora Market. Now, not a whole lot of stuff here, so just keep that in mind, but there is some gelato and pastries, which look amazing. We may need to try one of these. Now, while this isn't officially a Starbucks location, it is the coffee, so also keep that in mind, and you can order your drinks here. You've got a few snacks. And then a few cooler items as well. Now, there's nothing in here currently for the hot, but you've got some grab-and-go options here, as well as some cold items, sodas, waters, sandwiches ready to go, and other things like yogurt and little protein snack bites. So if you need a little extra something that you don't want to get at a sit down, you can always grab it here. And then just before you actually get into the marketplace, they do have souvenir cups here, and you can get them for refillable for your length of stay, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever you want. But these do not work in the parks. So there are refillable cups in the parks. So my recommendation is actually to get the one in the park, unless you want to have the Helios cup, is to get it in the park, because that's where you're probably going to spend most of your time. And before you head back to the hotel, fill it on up and bring it in. I wish they were interchangeable from park to hotel, but unfortunately they're not. But this is the pricing if you want to get it for the hotel itself. All right, let's continue on our adventure. And as we pass by the check-in desk, we've got the Universal Studio Store. Now, this is a pretty small store, but you can find your basics here. You've got Epic Universe merchandise, including their newest popcorn bucket. Clothing, apparel, if you forgot your sunglasses, grab those here. You got things from Super Nintendo World in this corner. Just general beachwear, because again, if you're going to spend some time at the pool, definitely check this out if you've forgotten some items.
That's what I always told my kids.
Isle of Burke merchandise, Ministry of Magic, some candy, but you also have things if you don't have medicine, someone's not feeling well, or you just forgot something like a toothbrush. You can get some of those items here. You can also get the wands here. These are the second generation wands, which I definitely recommend using because it does more advanced spells than the first generation wands, and there is a store in Ministry of Magic where you can get additional wands there, newer versions of the second generation, so definitely check that out. Unfortunately, they're not here, so I would purchase that in the park. All right, we've got Dark Universe. Yeah, a good variety of things from each of the lands themselves. And then again, just general Epic merchandise. I actually have this particular bag, which I really like. I can fit my wallet and then my umbrella, a little small drink thing in there. It's a great size little shoulder bag. All right, let's continue on. I'm actually going to take you to the very top before we explore what it looks like for the park entrance. So let's head on up to the 10th floor.
10th floor.
So it is on the 10th floor, and it looks like it is open to explore, so let's take a look around. Actually, first, before we take you to Bar Helios, I want to show you this view of the pool. So we actually have, you know, the parking area here as you enter in, but then you have the pool area over here. And we'll be exploring that in just a moment. All right, let's go check out the best view of the hotel of the park. So this is Bar Helios in the Grand Hall. Now this is not officially open for service yet. The seating area is by reservation, but the bar area is actually open first come, first serve. All right, let's take a peek at the menu here. You can get light bites here, but of course cocktails that are aptly named. You got This is Sparta, Mount Olympus. They will also make drinks for you just based off what you like as well. So we've got some Wagyu beef sliders, beef skewers, pork belly, and then let me show you this dessert that we all got last night. It's called the Shattered Rose, and it is quite the experience. You can also get bottled beer and wine by the glasses, but let's take a look at what you could experience if you order the Shattered Rose.
I'm going to dip a fresh rose into some liquid nitrogen. It's going to freeze the petals, and then once I hold it over the dish, you just have to clap your hands on it. It'll break the petals and garnish everything.
One clap.
So the video does not do this outdoor seating area justice. So I've got tables of 4 just overlooking the park. It's spectacular, and to have it at night, that's really when the magic comes alive in this park, is with the lighting that the engineers have done. They're all synchronized through each land, through the center with Celestial Park. It's just amazing. So this currently isn't open, so I can't step out here to show you, but definitely worth a visit. You can come up here whether you have a reservation or not, and you can always sit up at the bar and you can order your drinks and light bites. But if you want a reservation, whether it's inside here or outside here, you definitely want to do that ahead of time. Coming up to the 10th floor here at the Helios Grand Hotel is definitely worth your time because it is stunning up here. All right, let's head down and check out the pool area. So there are 10 stories. So the top here is the Bar Helios. And number 1, lobby, pool, access to the parks. So let's head down. Honestly, even the elevators are gorgeous. Just the coloring in here is, it's breathtaking. It really is. Very calming blues and pinks. And when we get off on the first floor, I'm going to show you a really cool feature that they have at the end of the hallway of the elevator. So this will actually change with the time of day. So we're almost at midday here. But yeah, this is beautiful. Heading to the pool area is taking a right. So we just passed the entrance to the park. There's an ATM here if you need it. Restroom straight ahead. Fitness center we'll see in just a second. Business center, game room, and here is the pool area. So when you come out, it's not a direct path to the pool. It's this nice kind of like windy path. There's lots of layers here, levels, even in the parks. If you wanted to go right, you could actually exit right here and that would take you to the front lobby area. But then we've got the pool, Lotus Lagoon, and restrooms. They've got a little grass path here, which is really cool, and they've got some bocce balls set up. I've seen some cornhole here as well, so they've got different stuff here. And then you've got the entrance, so you are going to need a room key to get in. All right, let's go check it out. So pool hours are from 9 until 11. Outside food and beverage are prohibited, and then we'll close it for inclement weather. So they have cabanas here too, and they can help you all here at Pool Services.
Thank you so much.
So here at Pool Services, they do offer some complimentary things like swim diapers and the lotion, so SPF 30, so that's all free. You can put it right into this cup here, which is great. Pool towels as well as water, because they want to keep you hydrated. Now, if you want a cabana, here's the information on that, but you can see them all here. You can rent them ahead of time, or if there's something available day of, you can also check that as well. But let's go give it a tour, because it is absolutely beautiful down there. These cabanas are amazing.
The location for the cabanas, we have our standards, which are 14 through 18, and then 1 through 10, which you can see right over here. And these are our grand cabanas, which are like right here's the pool, so they're like right there.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the pricing. It varies depending on the season. Right now we're during peak, so our grand cabanas are going to be $350 and our standard cabanas are going to be $300, but it always varies.
So they do have chairs with umbrellas, and you can also get chair covers with your towels if you like. But these are all set up. You've got TVs here. Some of the cabanas will come with opportunity to get food, and they give you menus here. But very comfortable. You've got a fan, so even on days where there's not much air movement, it'll keep you nice and cool, and then you can close it off too if you got the sun going on. But this is just stunning. I love the tiers. So a lot of pool decks are flat, and so if you're further in the back, you don't have like a nice view, but this is really great. Good views all around. So they have a shower here to rinse off, and a hot tub here on the left. They also have life jackets available here, and there looks like there's a cute little seating area that a fireplace might come on in the evening. Walking up, you have the Lotus Lagoon, so an opportunity to get some beverages. Let's check it out. It's so beautiful. Not currently open. You've got bar seating and also some table seating. Additional cabanas around this side too, and then here are the restrooms to the left. There is a zero entry section right here. No slide at this particular pool, but it looks very relaxing. You've got some fountains, a few little water jets. A couple other quick facts about the pool and the swimming area. It is heated to around 85 degrees that they keep it out all year round. There's also music when you go under the water. They have that at Hard Rock Hotel as well, but they said they had to bring it over here. So that's a really cool feature. I was walking around, I heard a guest pop up and said, there's music under here. So just so you know, they have these fun little touches here. They take care of you at this pool. People walking around asking if you need anything. And so yes, very relaxing, beautiful place to relax if you're not in the park. So it is a windy path to get, to and from the building, but it's not that bad. And just so you know, there is a designated smoking area here at the top. So that's where it's located for the hotel. Let's go back inside. Give an additional tour around here. As I mentioned before, Business Center is to your left and Arcade is to your right. So it's a small arcade, open from 6 to 10. And then straight ahead is your fitness. So let's go check that out. So they've got bikes and treadmills, towels and a scale if you so feel the need to do that on vacation. Free weights, an all-in-one gym, kettlebells, balls, a rower, and some ellipticals. So it's a decent space. And unfortunately, this section right here is the only one that has a view of outside. The other side is frosted, so you can't really look out, unfortunately. But it's still a nice space if you need to get your workout on vacation. Alright, as you exit the fitness room, we're going to head back right as if we're going to the lobby. So I want to show you this spot that, you're going to be wanting to go to. It's the reason probably why you're staying here, and it is where you enter the park. So just outside the Aurora Market, you've got the park entrance. You're going to want to make sure you have your key ready and your park ticket ready, but you have your own security access as well. So it's just like when you come through the front of the park, you're going to put everything in your bin and go through that, and then they will scan your ticket so they can let you into the park. Okay, so here's some information. I just spoke to a security guard in case you're wondering about how you can access that special spot to go into the park. And if you are a non-Helios resort guest and you want to go back into the park after a meal, you have to make sure that you have gone through the front of the park and activated your ticket first. You can't park here, have a meal, and with an active ticket go into the park. Hopefully that makes sense. But yes, you do not need to be staying here to use that park entrance. You just have to make sure you have an active ticket first before you enter so that you can go back in. Now that you've seen how to get in and out of Helios and into the park, let's take a look at the room upstairs so you can see what it looks like to have a theme park view room. It is epic. All right, let's head to a theme park view room. It really is spectacular. I love all of the decor here, the glass, it's just beautiful. I'll provide a room tour in just a moment, but this is really what you are here to see, right? Just how amazing a park view is. But let's start at the bottom here. You've got the patio that is for you to go and view. If you don't have a ticket to get into the park, you can still step out there, but there's not direct access into the park from this area. Your access is over here to the right side. So that winding path over that bridge. And then if you decide that you want to head towards Ministry of Magic, you'll head left and go that direction. And then also to your right would be Dark Universe. All right, before I give you that room tour, I just want to say I see a couple umbrellas out here, but it has one of the things that I always carry in the parks, especially here. There's not a lot of shade, even though there's a lot of trees. They're not full mature trees yet, so there's not a ton of shade, and you're going to want that. It is so hot, especially in the summertime, whether it's here at Islands of Adventures, Universal Studios, City Walk area, or the other Orlando parks. Having an umbrella is just a game changer in terms of keeping your temperature down. It provides you shade wherever you are, and if there's a pop-up shower, which there's going to be, it will also give you a little shield from the rain. So I do see some, but that's definitely one thing that I never come to the parks without. So make sure you put that on your packing list. Now, when we booked this, when this first came available for booking, the prices were much lower. It is pretty expensive to stay here for a theme park view. It does not include Express Pass like the other parks do when you stay at the signature resorts. So maybe that will change in the future, but we don't know that right now. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be a splurge to stay here, but having access to the park when you want to take a break, it is the shortest walk back to the hotel. So if that's worth that to you, definitely splurge on this particular hotel. If you don't want to invest as much in a theme park view, you can always do standard to have that access. It is really amazing. The other hotel that is really close by is Stella Nova. Its sister resort, Terra Luna, does not have a walking path like Stella Nova does. So that would be my second choice in terms of like accessibility. It's going to be probably a good, 15-minute walk from the park, depending on where you are, to the hotel itself. So if proximity is important to you, you may want to invest in your vacation here at the Helios Grand Hotel. One of my other favorite things here in this room, besides the view, is the technology they have. So let me show you this touchpad that you can pretty much control everything in the room. So between the beds is this pad that actually comes off, so you can carry it around the room if you want to. Let's leave it here so we can take a look at how to navigate it. All right, if we swipe up, this is the menu. You can place a request, wake up alarm, about the hotel, the parks, and other resources. So let's just tap into each and see what we find. Hotel map. So if my tour didn't help you enough, there is a hotel map. It shows you where everything is with the little key points, and then more in depth what is there internally. So that's great. Let's click back out of here. It's very touchy, as you can see. I just touched the screen, it moved all over the place. All right, dining activities. Now they have a service which is really cool. So when you check in, if you want to provide your phone number, you can text them and someone will respond to you immediately. It's really, really cool. So sign up for that when you do check in. But here you can go through all the dining. So we talked about Flora Taverna. It's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it has the views of the park. And so you want to make sure that you do a reservation. You can do that up here or there. And then it shows you the times. You can also see what the menu is. So that's really great. All right, we'll go back out of here. Actually, I'm gonna go back into dining and activities. Amenities, the pools, it gives you the pool hours as well as the fitness hours, all the times you need for the things that are available here in the hotel. And then cabana rentals. Information here as well, what included. So you get a fruit platter as well as an assortment of 12 sodas, 4 Cokes, 4 Diet Cokes, and 4 Sprites, 4 waters, and a bottle of Fiji water. And they're all equipped with an LCD TV, ceiling fan, table and chairs, lounge chairs, and a private safe. So swim diapers and life jackets are available, and that's complimentary to everybody, but this is information. So reservations are available during pool operating hours and at the hotel lobby concierge desk. So just in case you're wondering about that. Let's go back here. There's information about the theme parks as well. When you click in here, this is actually something you can explore at home. If you go to Universal's website, this is really what ends up popping up. I'm now in the Universal website that I could do from anywhere. So just this is not real specific to just this hotel, but this layout is, really pretty, but then it kicks you out to the web page. All right, resources. So it gives you clock, weather, basic resources, and then if you charge anything to your room, you can view it here. All right, if we go to the bottom, you can see there's more controls. You can explore the dining even more, so you can do in-room dining, which is amazing. View the menu. And it gives you kind of a general thing here, but there's another page where it talks about a little bit more. If you tap on something, it actually shows you when it's available, so the timing of it. Not everything is available all day long, so that's really helpful. All right, I'm going to click Explore Dining again and click on Restaurants. And it talks about, you know, all of the locations that I showed you today, including the in-room dining. So this spot, if you click on View Hours and Menu, it's a little bit more elaborate in terms of the information, and you could filter here as well. So it's available 24 hours, but there's certain things that aren't. So just when you tap on things, it will give you the time that you can, you know, order things. I might try this out, I'm not sure, but I can do it, you know, for room delivery. And if I want it today, or if I want it tomorrow, then I can select a time. So it's kind of like a mobile order, but for your room, which is really great. All right, the next thing is media. And I can control the TV with the pad here. So if I click on this, it's going to turn the TV on. Sometimes they take a double tap. See if I can get this to flip around. You can see that there. And then on the screen here, I'll show you where it is because sometimes it's hard to see, is a power button. So that just turned it off. So they've got lots of different stations that you can choose from. You can explore what Universal puts out there just for kind of advertisements, so you see what you can experience when you're here. You got local entertainment. So this is all broken down by category if you want to search for it that way, which is great. And then you've got the TV guide. So if you want to see what's currently on, you can do that too. All right, I'm going to tap back into media. You can actually connect your phone if you want to navigate that way, or use these other streaming services as well. It's so great. But my favorite part is the room controls. I'm going to tap on that. All right, so you can do overview, just do the lights. So like the sconce, let's find it right here, bed sconce. Just turn that on, tap it again, turn it off. So all the lights in the room can be controlled this way. And then my favorite is the curtain. So if I tap on the shears, I want to close them. Can do that. And then if I want it completely dark, if I want to rest, I can close those. And really, this is probably like the best part. You can do like a grand reveal. You know, let's open up those shears first. And then I'm gonna open up the drapes. I think that was probably the funnest part of this particular room. Honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've opened and closed the shades because it's fun. All right, so back to the touchpad. Go back to the overview. Additional things, you could turn the shower on, off, turn everything off. So if you have things on, just one button. If you want to change the thermostat, you can do that right here, which is amazing. Let's see how cold we can go. 65. Yep. Up to 80. We don't want it that hot though. We'll keep it about 68. But everything at your fingertips here, which is so amazing.
So hopefully this video has helped you decide if you'd like to stay here if you're planning a trip to Epic Universe. And I definitely recommend planning a trip to Epic Universe. And if you do, I have other videos where I walk you through each portal, including Celestial Park, which this is not an area to be overlooked. And so you can feel confident going in knowing where everything is, that you're not going to be wasting time or money. So make sure you check those videos out and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this hotel or others. I've stayed at Stella Nova as well, and it's fantastic. And you can follow me over on Instagram, so if you want a little daily dose of magic, because I'm in the parks almost daily, and so if you are missing it, follow along over there. And thank you so much, and we'll see you next time in the parks.